Loneliness isn't going anywhere. Rather, it's growing more pronounced in our lives. Contrary to the hope that things would improve post-COVID, the numbers are telling a different story. They're on the rise. But it's essential to recognise that this surge didn't come out of nowhere. There are several factors at play. However, it's crucial to remember that our relationship with loneliness hasn't always been like this. In the swinging 1960s, United Kingdom, a cultural revolution unfolded. It was an era of rebellion, style and identity. The mods and the rockers. Two iconic subcultures emerged from the turmoil of the times. They embodied distinct lifestyles, embracing fashion, music and a way of life that set them apart. In their gatherings and clashes, they found a sense of identity and belonging that defined a generation. But today, as we fast forward through the decades, we find ourselves in a world utterly transformed. A world defined by individualism and the fragments of what is left of our community spirit. This era has ushered in an age of individualization where we have the freedom to pick and mix who we want to be. From the music we listen to the style of clothes we wear, and the political opinions we take allegiance to, we celebrate this personal expression and the breaking of societal molds. However, within this newfound freedom, we discover a curious paradox, a sense of isolation. Introducing hypernormalization, a concept made known by the filmmaker Adam Curtis. It characterises a world where reality takes on an eerie, artificial quality. Here, our actions are meticulously monitored, dissected and scrutinised. As soon as algorithms gain a comprehensive grasp of our preferences, they craft our own personalised echo chamber. From that point forward, we are served a carefully curated platter of content tailored to reinforce our existing beliefs and fundamentally our egos. But what does this mean though? Well, with this constant validation and positive feedback on our pre-existing beliefs, our egos are stroked to the 9th degree. We become intolerant to differing views. For understanding different perspectives with the idea of empathy in mind, we become arrogant in our position. We belittle and dismiss alternative ideas which dare to cross what we believe as sacrosanct. It develops further. With our inflated egos, our self-esteem takes a dive. We need to be constantly assured and validated. If not, our fragile self-esteem simply can't handle it. When you are coddled and presented no challenge, you become so distorted that even an innocuous counter-thought may spur a flabbergasted response. It's like when you tell a child they can't have ice cream anymore and they throw a fit and even become aggressive. Having given you this exaggerated but in no way completely fictional account of what can happen if we allow algorithms to take a grip on our lives, we can relate it back to the impact it can have on relationships. Once our egos have been inflated, our propensity to see ourselves as the main character grows. We become shallow. We cannot allow anyone to break the illusion of our self-worth. Consequently, we refuse to be seen as vulnerable, fearing that exposing our true selves would be unthinkable. But it doesn't stop there. If a friend or a potential partner dares to voice an opinion or idea that seems to contradict our established standards, we resort to pressing the big red button and ghost them. It becomes as simple as 1, 2, 3. But it's not all bad, right? Amid this digital transformation, the internet has emerged as both a sanctuary and a conundrum. It offers solace to those seeking like-minded communities who are unable to find the connection with people in their immediate circle, transcending geographical boundaries and bridging all sorts of interests. But here's the dilemma. These interactions often occur through the sterile medium of screens, lacking the depth and authenticity of face-to-face communications. While the internet may help us find common ground, it falls short in nourishing the multi-dimensional aspect of human relationship. We end up speaking through texts, which give the person plenty of room to edit and re-edit a response until it satisfies what they want to convey. Conversations can drag on for days on end, as you can't be looking too keen. Ultimately, despite the development of communication formats, it all still has a flavour of inauthenticity. To top it off, we are encouraged to maintain an ideal online persona, complete with likes and digital validation, adding another level of complexity, becoming what feels like having two lives, your real and online one. The perpetual performance can become draining, leaving us feeling disconnected from our true selves. For those who realise the mess and dare to step away from the digital realm, a new challenge arises. They have to exist in a world where the dominant mode of interaction is through the technological medium, existing as if they were off the grid, and really they just haven't downloaded a few apps. In conclusion, as much as the perspective can appear as pessimistic and doomer-esque, it is unfortunately the present that we are dealing with. And with the constant development of products aimed at capturing our use, we need to become aware of what can happen if there's a complete reliance on the social media machine. It's not all doom and gloom though, as ultimately if you want to withdraw from the social media machine, you can. No one is forcing you, but for how long is the question. But the reality still stands, that this transference of existence into the virtual world is having damaging effects. With the future likely carrying on in this way, loneliness will continue to get worse. If there is a saving grace, it is that humans have a natural way of adapting to changes. If so, I like to think we will manage in some form or another. If not, we'd better get used to the idea that we live in a dystopian nightmare that has come true. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you like content like this, please let me know. Also, just drop a comment on what you think of what I've said today. I know perhaps you might not agree. You may exist in this digital world and think it's the best thing ever, or you might think it's absolutely the worst thing ever. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and see you at the next one. Peace.